Okay, so we have, of course, Lutti on the left-hand side, kicking from left to right. And, of course, it is Jose kicking from right to left, and it's a lightning start from Lutti. Just what we were saying. I was mentioning a possible all-Spanish final, and the first leg, after just 3 minutes, we have a goal.
I don't think Jose actually even got a touch on the ball there, Adam. It was
There's a surprise. I'm potentially wrong already after 3 minutes.
I know, I really shouldn't have sided with you, if anything.
The kiss of death from me. Whoever I predict tends to not win. Maybe they hear me, and it affects them as Neymar has the chance to play it over the top, looking for Luis Suarez, takes it on the chest, and Lutti, who's been here, done it in so many regional finals, world finals, European finals, is 2-0 to the good after just 7 minutes, Tom.
I think he must have heard us. I think that's what it was. Maybe it's taken a while to sort of awaken the beast, if you know what I mean. He just hasn't really performed so far throughout the weekend, and now he's really turned on.
So are we seeing that competition, that that finals experience really coming into fruition?
Potentially. I mean, Jose hasn't really been in this sort of position in a major final, so I mean, Lutti obviously has been here many times before, and he's really showing it at the moment. 2-0 now, and he hasn't really had much of the ball, Jose. This is his first spell of possession.
Remember, there is, of course, 2 legs in this game. So 2-0 to the good Lutti, but we've still got a lot of football, a lot of PES to be played. Do you feel he's got the attributes to get back into this match?
I mean, we've seen him play a couple of games against very good players and come off better. So, I mean, I don't think it's out of the question for Jose to bring this one back, but this moment in time, Lutti is well in the lead.
Played in towards the area, chance to get the shot away, chance for 3, and a hair's breadth away from putting it in at the far post was Lionel Messi, and it would have been 3-0, and that might have been curtains after just 17 minutes here in the first leg.
The thing is, though, if Lutti goes 3 to the good,
with that championship experience,
he can literally just sit back, play the smart game, and Jose really needs to change something. I think if you're already 2-0 down at this point, then you need to look to trying to change your game up. But
we do know, though, the old cliche, turn one goal changes a match here, as the ball's played in, looking for Neymar, and hacked away by Lionel Messi up towards the halfway line. How, in terms of the other, I'm not sure whether we've got any information about the other semi-final, whether is it being played now at the same time?
I think there was a question mark around that, whether that was happening, but I'm sure we'll be able to.
I'm sure they'll keep us updated as and when that is happening. Of course, it is 2-0, so it's 2-0 to Lutti from the Austrian and Switzerland region against the home nation, really, from Spain, obviously here in Barcelona. But he's not really rising to the challenge in the semi-final at the moment. Remember, he is $4,000 richer just for being in the semi-finals. But he wants to go that one stage further. He is still going to Cardiff, remember. Do you think any of these players can make it in Cardiff and go that one step further and possibly win the World Finals?
Potentially, and I'm just sort of thinking, as he does go on the attack once again, do you think the pressure of getting to Cardiff for Lutti is sort of that's off his shoulders now? He's already made it, and do you think this is the performance that we probably could have expected from him?
It's a really good point. Maybe that is, because he's been there and done it so many times, there's a lot of pressure and expectation on his shoulders. Now, like you said, now he knows he's there. He might have just breathed a sigh of relief, and now he can just get on and play his natural game.
Well, still a lot of money on the line, I suppose, isn't there? So he needs to push on, but I definitely think, obviously, he's one of the names that could definitely do well.
Well, I remember the third place, I believe, is $6,000 and the second place, $10,000 and of course first place, and already going to Cardiff, already the chance of the big prize of $200,000, which is just incredible amount of money. The chance to win it here with a couple of games is $20,000. So again, really a lot of money as the ball's played in, and Neymar at the back post has scored and pulled one back here for the home nation, Jose, and it's Lutti 2, Jose 1.
Bringing himself back into it, and it's his first real chance. He's taken it very, very well, and Lutti will be disappointed with himself, I feel.
Yeah, you noticed that from a little facial expression there from Lutti. He thought that he should have done better there at the back post defensively, as the ball's played in for Neymar, looking to get that second goal cushion again, but it's cleared away up towards the halfway line. Neymar, chance to counter here for Jose. One back, though, brilliant strength there from Vidal up towards the edge of the area. Back to Luis Suarez. What do you think, Turn? Do you think we're going to get another goal before half-time, or do you think it's going to stay 2-1?
I think so. I think Lutti is looking for that third. it seems as if the pressure has been put on. Winning that ball back with Vidal was crucial. It's just going to be a little bit too far for Messi to try and put that one in. But at this moment in time, with 5 minutes remaining, I think this is probably the scoreline going into the second half now. But you know, Jose is well in this game still. Of course, over 2 legs just gives them twice that amount of time to bring this deficit down.
Well, that's the thing. You know, we were saying we were saying if it went to 3-0, potentially it might have been a real uphill task. But you know, 2-0 gets one back. It's now game on. Only 1 goal, and he's still got well over 1.5 games to go. So anything can happen here in this wonderful world of PES 2017. As the ball gets played up towards Luis Suarez, through the eye of a needle there towards Neymar. Chance to get the shot away to make it 3-1. Just shepherded out on the edge of the area, and that was a big chance there, Ton.
Yeah, it feels as if he was trying to hedge his bets, just trying to pull that one back, but you want to see them go alone sometimes in that sort of situation. But
it's a big chance, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a big chance. One-on-one, you think
there for Jose, the Spaniard.
You think you've got to trust in Neymar's abilities in that situation. You know, his finishing capabilities are very strong. Maybe go from the acute angle. There wasn't really. I mean, of course, he tried to turn it around, but then he just got crowded out. It was good defending in the end by Jose.
A little close-up there of Lutti as he's having his espresso and a water combo, which seems to be a half-time ritual. I don't know whether that's true. I've just made it up, but
I will say one thing. I have not been impressed with the coffee this weekend so far.
I will, as to not offend anyone in the catering here, I will refuse to comment on that as Neymar clears up towards the halfway line. Now finds Sergio Busquets out towards the left-hand side and played forward. Good interception, but given straight back towards Lionel Messi. Chance here down the left-hand side for Rakitic. Good challenge again, but still the pressure's on. Lovely first-time pass. Luis Suarez.
Sensational.
And it's absolutely incredible. And from 2-0 down, we are all square here, Ton.
And that's a great goal as well. We haven't really seen much from Jose in terms of getting chances, but he's created that all on his own.
Well, like you mentioned in the first half, he had 1 shot, 1 goal. He's done it again in the second half, and we're all level.
It was a really nicely worked goal as well, and I think that's just going to be a little bit too far for Iniesta to pick that one up from Lutti's point of view. But wow, what a sensational goal there from Jose, showing what he can do and showing why he's in these semi-finals.
Well, once again, I mean, it's breathless action. We did mention teams that try and hold fort and protect what they've got seem to become a cropper, if that's the term I can use. It's now 2-2, 2-0 up. Lutti looking very...
Did you
like that one?
Yeah. Come with cropper. I do like that one.
Cheers, Lutti. As the ball gets played up towards the halfway line, Neymar can't win the header, and it's back to his namesake on the other team as Neymar runs down the right-hand side. Lovely one-touch football here from Lutti forward towards Luis Suarez, but headed away. Do you think there's going to be a moment where they're both going to think, I need to change things, or do you think at 2-2 they're going to possibly try and get to the next leg still level?
I think if anyone wants to change anything, it's going to be Lutti. I think at this moment in time, you know, Jose's brought 2 goals back unanswered, and he hasn't really looked the same, Lutti, since the first half. And I think at this moment in time, he needs to think about maybe changing something up. But here we go, he's on the attack.
I would just like to say that equalising goal has, of course, brought the romance of my prediction back into the equation, because if there's a third goal from Jose and he can come from behind to lead, of course, the all-Spanish final will still be on as Lionel Messi tries to go from goal. The lob up and over the top. Did it take a slight nick off the defender? Is it out of play for a corner? Yes, it is. And, you know, crossing and heading seems to be quite a strong point here in PES 2017. So a chance here to utilise that and get a goal with just half an hour remaining at the Nou Camp.
A lot of time left to play in these 2 legs, and see these 2 very evenly poised. And I think obviously the stamina comes into play as the corner does come in towards the end. I'd be surprised if we see many more goals at this point, but it's a hopeful ball forward for Neymar, chasing it down. What
I have noticed in the final so far, there's been a real sort of cagey stalemate around the sort of 50 to 70 minutes, and then it kicks on again, and then they make a couple of changes, and there seems to be a flurry of goals towards the end as we get windswept across from the Spanish coast there, right across the stadium.
I feel like Beyonce.
You look like Beyonce as well. So the ball gets played back towards Sergio Busquets on the edge of the penalty area, out towards Rakitic on this near touchline, forward towards Lionel Messi. Like I said, still really cagey. No one really trying to play their cards at the moment. They're keeping them close to their chest as we head towards that 70-minute mark, that crucial stage in this first leg as the ball gets played across. And it's an easy claim for the goalkeeper.
It looked like there was a good run from Iniesta that just hasn't been picked up by either the attacker or defending team there. And it could have been an opportunity for somebody, but Neymar's in a good position to do something here. He's going to get shoved out though. He's
Oh,
actually
it's
won
great
the ball
strength
back.
from the Brazilian. Crosses in towards Luis Suarez and clutched out of the sky. Very brave goal keeping in there, Ton.
To Stegen, very strong keeper from obviously from both sides of this Barcelona tie.
Have you been impressed with the level of PES talent so far?
Yeah, very impressed. You can tell, like, I know obviously when you see them play against each other, there's just very little mistakes.
Sure.
They always seem to make the right decision. There's none of this, you know, when I'm playing PES, I'm one of these people who I just shoot from range and sort of hedge my bets. But these guys, they're literally.
And that's why you don't win many games.
This is very true. I think these guys. Oh no, the good opportunity there for Messi at the back post.
No, I know what you mean, because
it's
what I have noticed is that there doesn't seem to be many sloppy passes on the edge of their own box. They're not giving the ball away in dangerous positions. It seems to be every goal is coming from that.
It's well crafted,
individual,
isn't it?
Yeah, the moment of brilliance from the attacking.
Oh, here we go.
There's the mistake, the kiss of death. It's Lionel Messi, chips the goalkeeper and smashed over the top defensively. Brilliant defending. Again, the commentator just decides to say something and the opposite happens just when we've seen, no mistakes really so far. There was a big mistake there and almost a gilt-edge opportunity wasted.
Yeah, Jose playing with his life a little bit there. And it was one of those shots from Messi that was just, the speed just wasn't quite enough, and Umtiti is there to clean it up.
Yeah, it was brilliant improvisation from the Argentinian talisman, but like you said, defensively, it was really great to go and block off the danger, covering the goalkeeper who came flying out of the goal. And this is, like we mentioned, that 70-75 minute mark where the changes come into effect, the fatigue starts to hit in. They don't want to make too many changes though, because obviously we're still looking for that second leg coming forwards. Do you feel that one of them's going to try and win it, or do you think they're happy with 2-2?
I think at this point, obviously with the changes coming in, they're changing it to try and get more goals at this point. But I think if anyone's going to be more happy with the 2-2 scoreline at this moment in time, it's going to be Jose. 2-0 down after, 20 minutes in game time.
Really impressive comeback.
Yeah,
really.
So he's come back and he's been the better player since Lutti went to the goods. So he'll be happy with this. I think he'll want to try and grab a third goal here. He knows how strong Lutti is with that full stamina that could potentially be used at the beginning. He came flying out the gates and made it look really easily. But as the game has progressed, Jose has sort of grown into it a little bit.
I mean, what I've noticed and what we were saying, we were expecting to see Lutti with the experience to be quite calm and composed. And we were saying the pressure of qualifying, maybe he's now freed up. Well, it seems to be the pressure of leading as well has also come back to bite him.
Yeah,
he's let that slip and he's not used that experience that he has.
It's what mindset you have when you're leading. It's like, do you sit back on this? Do you sit back on that 2-0 lead and just hold out for the win, or do you push forward and try to extend that? It seems as if his attacking players where his strengths lie. Clearly saw off those two first goals that we did see, and he hasn't really necessarily continued that type of play. Sort of sitting back, the negative mindset clearly isn't working for him. Jose is well back into the game.
He has had vast possession in this match. I believe it's 68% he's had, so he's had his fair share of the ball. But the most important, detail is the 2-2 as the ball is headed goalwards at the back post, and it's again just the wrong side of the post, and another chance there for 3-2.
Well, Jose will be happy with that current 2-2 scoreline after that one just shaves the post.
Big chance that for Lutti to retake the lead after slipping from 2-0 to 2-2. He wanted to retake the lead there, but we are still level as the game ticks towards the final 9 minutes at the end of the first leg here in the semi-final. Oh, it's a hack down there.
I think it was the right thing to do.
Cynical, wasn't it?
We've seen that Messi was running through the other side, and the through ball would have been cutting straight through the defence. So
we've seen that time and time again, haven't we? They see the danger, and again, like we were saying, no mistakes. They're not taking any chances. They'll take the yellow card happily, just to avoid that breakaway goal.
Neymar staying onside. The cross comes in. There's a couple of players there as well. It's going to be Messi.
Saved by the goalkeeper and cleared away by Busquets. Another chance turn.
Well, Messi's going to keep having a chance here as well. Going to keep that one alive. Not trying anything too crazy straight away. That's nearly a good ball by Busquets, and just keeping this one alive here. And Jose not going to benefit from that attack, and he
that was a chance to counter, wasn't it?
He's just going to keep a hold of the ball there as well, Jose. So that's really positive. With only 4 minutes of play left, has he got a goal in him?
This will be a real sucker blow for Lutti if he were to concede here as the ball gets played towards Vidal, cleared out for a corner, and this might be the last chance of this first leg to snatch what could be a vital leading goal here to make it 3-2 for Jose, coming from behind to lead 3-2 if he were to score.
Well, both these players will go into the second leg a new fresh game. Is this the way this one's going to end? Who's going to get that to the ball first? It is actually going to be Suarez, and could this be a counter-attack for Lutti?
This is a big moment potentially in this semi-final. Neymar finds Lionel Messi, tries to play it through to Arda Turan. Good defending in the end, and that's probably going to be that, as the fourth official says. Just the 3 minutes of added on time here at the Camp Nou, and we are deep into the second minute of those three. Vidal on this near touchline. Played forward towards Lionel Messi, back to Vidal, happy to keep possession here. Now he goes long towards Lionel Messi, good challenge from Piqué, and if he were to try and clear the danger now, surely the referee will bring the first leg to an end.